very closely. It's expected to make landfall in Florida probably on Wednesday as a powerful Category 3 storm. ABC's Ginger Z is in Reddington Shores, Florida, with more.
Folks around Tampa Bay who took on record storm surge during Helene, preparing for the second major hurricane in less than 2 weeks.
Their lives just got flipped upside down, literally, and dumped on the street.
Helene destroyed Danny Pawnell's home and most of his rental properties. He worries that Hurricane Milton will compound that loss.
They are also still reeling from Helene in the mountains of North Carolina, where 1,500 active duty military personnel are on duty trying to dig people out, even as Donald Trump spews misinformation about FEMA.
Complicating relief efforts, misinformation. And this morning, Trump writing falsely on Truth Social that the FEMA disaster relief money is going to undocumented migrants. But that money comes from a separate fund. And we know this morning that some officials have been threatened because of that misinformation. And there's a real concern right now that it could prevent people from getting that critical help.
ABC's Gio Benitez in Asheville, North Carolina. Today, marking 1 year since Hamas militants stormed southern Israel, killing nearly 1,200 people and taking more than 200 hostages. ABC's Matt Gutman has more from Tel Aviv.
As Israel marks October 7th, the multiple conflicts triggered by Hamas's rampage are escalating. Overnight, the IDF saying they attacked Hezbollah munitions warehouses in Beirut, igniting those fireworks-like secondary explosions.
Since October 7th, more than 40,000 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed in fighting between Israel and Hamas. The Supreme Court beginning its latest term in about an hour. Most of the cases on the docket likely won't be as groundbreaking as ones in the recent past, but there are cases on a ban against gender-affirming care for minors. This is ABC News.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie. And one thing I've learned is that you buy a house, but you make it a home. Because with every fix, update, and renovation, it becomes a little more your own. So you need all your jobs done well. For nearly 30 years, Angie has helped millions of homeowners hire skilled pros for the projects that matter. From plumbing to electrical, roof repair to deck upgrades. So leave it to the pros who will get your jobs done well. Hire high-quality certified pros at Angie.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The NTSB now investigating after it appeared as a Frontier Airlines flight suddenly caught fire in Las Vegas.
The incident happening Saturday around 3:15 in the afternoon, carrying 190 passengers and 7 crew members, landed at Harry Reid International Airport. The pilot declaring an emergency after detecting smoke in the cockpit. One of the passengers capturing dramatic video as part of the plane was covered in flames. The wheel melted, firefighters dousing the flames.
ABC's Zorin Shaw. A lot of Amazon shoppers getting those clicking fingers ready for the Prime Day sales event that begins tomorrow. And as we hear from ABC's Michelle Franzen, Amazon is far from the only retailer trying to move the holiday shopping season up and saving as well.
Black Friday deals typically don't start until after Thanksgiving, but retailers are offering holiday deals earlier each year. Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, and Target rolling out Black Friday prices this week. Joni Dimmer is co-founder of the Crazy Coupon Lady.
We are seeing Black Friday prices in October across probably 80% of the items on your holiday list.
Experts say the October deals could be the best of the season and may not go much lower. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
A British doctor today admitting in court that he tried to kill his mother's long-term partner by poisoning him. Thomas Kwan passed the poison off as a COVID shot, leaving Patrick O'Hara in intensive care for several weeks. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
This is the Peninsula's Morning News.
Town Live from the KONP News Center. Here's a look at what's happening on this Monday, October 7th. 2 people were hurt Friday afternoon in a crash near Seven Cedars Casino when an SUV failed to yield and was struck by a semi-truck, according to the State Patrol. The crash happened about 2:30 Friday afternoon when 46-year-old Catherine Melcher of Squim attempted to turn onto Highway 101, but then didn't yield to an eastbound semi-truck. She Troopers say Melcher was taken to Olympic Medical Center with minor injuries. Her passenger, though, 44-year-old Teresa Riley, was seriously injured and was airlifted to Harborview. The driver of the semi-truck, 23-year-old Colin Jacobs of Shelton, was not hurt. His truck had minimal damage, while Melcher's Toyota Highlander was totaled. State Patrol is investigating the crash, which they say was caused by Melcher's failure to yield. She was also cited for DUI and vehicular assault. The crash, response, and investigation backed up traffic on Highway 101 for a number of hours and for many miles Friday afternoon. Now with a look at some other things that happened over the past few days, here's Sandy Keys and his weekend wrap-up.
With the gift of another beautiful weekend, people seem to mellow out and get into trouble less. While officers did respond to fewer complaints of harassments, there were 2 at the same Woodcock Road address, 3.5 hours apart, and 2 more in Greater Port Angeles. At East 12th and the Lyre River, we had just 1 threat complaint at Hooker Road. And assaults. Assaults were down from 4 and 5 per weekend, just 1 this past weekend. Disturbances dropped from the mid-teens to 7 in Port Angeles and 1 in La Push. That's for all weekend. There were 2 cases of animal abuse at North Liberty in Port Angeles and Farrington Road. There were 2 animal bites, and officers were occupied all weekend, keeping us safe with over 33 traffic stops and 13 welfare checks, plus 18 building checks, most of those during the hours just before and after midnight. No burglaries discovered, but authorities are investigating a theft in La Push and 1 in Forks and 10 in Greater Port Angeles. Our auto accident number climbed a bit, with 6 investigated in Greater Port Angeles, mostly inside the city limits, and 2 in Greater Sequim. One of the stopped cars burst into flame, but a resourceful state patrolman right there quickly put it out. We hope that won't cause a problem with the firefighters union, if there even is one. We think you'll be okay. Sandy Keys, Radio Pacific Local News.
End-of-life decisions are hard. Be it pre-planning or sudden loss, you need to have an advocate in your corner, which is why I wholeheartedly recommend Drennan and Ford Funeral Home and Crematory in Port Angeles, the only locally owned funeral home and crematory in Clallam County. Their expertise ensures a smooth process, so you can focus on healing and being with your loved ones. Their help through the darkest time in my life will forever stay with me. Call 360-457-1210.
Did you know there's a PUD commissioner vote coming up? I don't even know what the PUD does. The Public Utility District provides electricity for everyone in Clallam County, unless you're in the city of Port Angeles. Long droughts are affecting energy and water, even with Bonneville. We need folks on the commission who can look around the corner to see what's coming, so we're prepared. Phyllis Bernard has experience getting big things done for the people. So I should be voting for Phyllis Bernard too, right? Right.
I'm Commissioner Phyllis Bernard, and I approve this message, paid for by the committee to elect Phyllis Bernard.
At the YMCA, we're more than just a gym, we're a community. From group exercise to personal training, we have something for everyone. We're here to help you take the first step for a happier, healthier you. For the month of October, we're offering $0 join fees for anyone who becomes a member. Find your Y in Sequim, Port Angeles, or Jefferson County, and join our Y family today. Learn more online at OlympicPeninsulaYMCA.org/join the Y.
In other news, the Sequim City Council could decide this month whether to ban fireworks sales within the city limits. A public hearing set for a week from today on October 14th at 6 p.m. If the ban is approved, it would take effect next fall, allowing one more season of fireworks sales. Current regulations permit sales in the city from June 28th to July 5th, with priority given to nonprofits benefiting youth. Firework discharges have been banned, though, since 2017, following a 2016 advisory vote in which almost 66% of residents supported that. Councilmember Kathy Downer proposed the sales ban, citing confusion due to the continued sale of fireworks despite the discharge ban. The Sequim School District prepping to ask voters to approve a bond in February that would replace Helen Haller Elementary and upgrade Sequim High School. School board recently reviewed 3 proposals ranging from $114 million to one that was $146 million. Now, the most expensive auction would include a new elementary school, replacing the high school classrooms and upgrading the athletic stadium, as well as Grey Wolf Elementary and the transportation center. If approved, homeowners would pay 91 cents per thousand of assessed property value over 20 years. The district hasn't passed a bond since 1996, despite multiple attempts between 2014 and 2016. Public forums will be held later this month to gather community feedback. A final decision on whether or not to go before voters is expected by December. Clallam 2 Fire Rescue will hold 3 virtual public meetings to discuss a proposed fire levy lid lift on the November 5th ballot. It follows an unsuccessful attempt to raise the levy back in August. The meeting set for Mondays, October 14th, 21st, and 28th at 6 p.m. via Zoom. You can get the Zoom link by going to the Clallam 2 Fire Rescue's webpage. The fire district is seeking to increase its regular levy by 54 cents, raising it from 96 cents to $1.50 per thousand of assessed property value. If approved, the funds would help retain staff, fill a deputy fire chief position, and replace some outdated equipment. Homeowners with properties valued at $300,000 would see an annual increase of about $162, according to the fire district officials. Rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus type 2, a highly contagious and often fatal disease, now been detected in rabbits on Lopez and Orcas Islands in San Juan County, Washington. The state veterinarian's office confirmed the presence of the virus after positive test results from some suspected cases there. RHDV2 previously killed hundreds of feral and domestic rabbits in Island and here in Clallam counties back in 2019. The Washington State Department of Agriculture emphasizes vaccination is critical for controlling the disease. Rabbit owners are urged to vaccinate their animals, avoid contact with wild rabbits, and take measures to secure their hutches. Scientists out with a statement following a spike in seismic activity at Mount Adams here in the Pacific Northwest, which experienced 6 earthquakes in September of this year. That's the most in a single month since monitoring began there in 1982. In response, temporary seismic stations will be installed to better assess the activity. Despite the increase in quakes, the U.S. Geological Survey says there's no immediate cause for concern. Mount Adams is considered a high-threat volcano, with lahars, those are mudflows of rock, ash, and ice, posing the greatest risk. The last eruption occurred some 3,800 to 7,600 years ago. This is Newsradio KONP.
Trailers, trailers, and more trailers. Whether work or play, a durable, lightweight trailer is a must. Stories Trailer Sales has a full lineup from Alcom, like Stealth Cargo Trailers. These all-aluminum, lightweight, but durable trailers are suitable for any cargo type. Equipment, toys, tools. If you can name it, you can haul it with Stealth. Find trailers, trailers, and more trailers at Stories Trailer Sales. Go to StoriesServiceStation.com. That's STOREYS ServiceStation.com.
COVID is still around and can still make you seriously sick. But good news, the most updated COVID vaccines are the best way to protect against the latest variants. Get your COVID vaccine today. To learn more, go to takecarewa.org.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
In 1983, Tom and Ida McEwen opened All Weather Heating and Cooling. Their vision for a family-owned and operated business with personalized customer